Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Still a week to go in the season, but we're almost done with the tree. And today we'll get one of the last big unlocks. Gonna pick up Defib. If you are close to it, make sure you got the tokens. I think it's about 2 million to max out. And we're gonna use it, comes in handy when we take some clone rifles and can bring them back on other parts of the base. And we'll do a few hits. Now we're still not getting or using HCs, but even if you already got them, you don't have to use them. You can still just take some rifles. And I think these kind of hits with Defib should be easier than the other ones at AER. Most times we hit the same way, so we'll take 2 rifles, use them for the beach, and either 4 or 5 RCs. Really depends on where they're gonna go later on. You can see the buildings are kind of kiting everyone towards the right. So in that case, we'll save 2 RCs and Rudy always stays to the left. And sometimes we can defib the top right, sometimes the left side. In this case, there's not a lot on the right, so we can go ahead and use defib. So starting off with 2 rifles, and in total 4 RCs, just spreading them out. And after we clear enough, then we can drop Rudy and 2 RCs on the left side. We do have to wait just a bit until enough clones die, then we can use Defib. And you can always tell how many actual clones you have looking on the bottom left. Looks like 18 and 6 now. You can use a turret for that DC and start the Defibs. 1 shock for that. And now enough is cleared so we can drop Rudy and 2 RCs. Turret for that shock blaster. Usually whenever there's a shock blaster there, you want to do a turret. You can shock that shock launcher. And right now looking okay. Can do another bomb stuff. Defib is working out on that side. And we'll just start flaring ERs. Barding the shield too. Can do 1 shock here, maybe 1 bomb stuff. A little early with that. I'll flare the last few ERs. And we'll get 244. Not a super fast time, still aiming for that 250 around those times. But here looks like it's enough. And just going back to that base, again hitting these pretty much the same way. It's always going to be 2 rifles, somewhere where there's cannons or boom cannons on the beach. So in this case, 2 rifles can go right there. And it's either 4 or 5 RCs on the beach. You can look at the rest of the buildings. If the pathing is towards the right side, then you can take a few less RCs, so 4. But if it's the other way around and let's say buildings are kiting everyone towards the left, then you can take 1 extra RC. Just because you need some less for this bottom left corner. So in this case, it's kiting everyone to the right side, so we'll take 4 RCs. And waiting until maybe this much is cleared, just so when you drop the other RCs and Rudy, then they can go straight to the left. And Rudy should always go to the left because whether there's a sky shield there or something else, you can always use bomb stuff and get some good value. And now that we have Defib, and that's usually to kill ERs or a bunch of buildings. In this case, those top 2 ERs aren't really protected, so we can use a bunch of Defib over there, and in the hit we just saw, kill both ERs. The rest of the hit can be like barding the shield and flaring the last few ERs. And most hits are going to be just like that. We can check another hit out. Here we got another match. And we'll do mostly the same kind of thing. You can see these buildings here are kiting most RCs towards the right. So we'll only take 4 of them, and delete Rudy and 2 RCs for the left. In this case, maybe even 1 Defib is enough for that ER, which means we can use another one for the left, use them kind of like critters, distract that Doom Cannon, also working on this ER. And maybe towards the end barding both shields, but we'll see how it goes. So again using 2 rifles on the beach, waiting just a bit and doing 4 RCs. We can't use Defib too early, need enough clones to die out. We'll just let things go for a while. And some clones might die to that flame now. We can start Rudy and a couple RCs over here, get 1 Defib going. And starting the bomb stuff. And do another couple Defib on that side, shocking that boom cannon. And just seeing how things are splitting. Maybe 1 more Defib on that side with a few turrets. The left side looks okay. Could want some more GB for that ER. So we'll do a few turrets there. And get some bomb stuff going. Maybe 1 more bomb stuff, a few barrage on that side. And here we're gonna get 251. So an okay time. Kind of where we want to be at. And here it looks like it's a win. There is a lot going on near the end of the hit, but I'm just trying to see where you need more troops going. Whenever you do, you can drop Defib or turret and help some ERs go down faster. And that's gonna be 24, we'll get that chest. As far as next steps, we might go towards some more defense. We're still missing rockets. 1 more offense we're missing is remote hack. And that could also help out. Just 1 tap kill, doom cannon, hot pot, any big proto not covered by a shield. And some small things too, like maybe an extra boom cannon, or a few extra machine guns or snipers. But we got some time. Again, still a week left in the season. Here we go at 23. And a bit similar kind of base to the very first one. Here the troops look like they're going to kite to the right. So we can take 1 fewer RC. Because maybe after some of these buildings, you can have 1 or 2 RCs go off. So we don't need a fully defib that right side. Just a few of them can be fine. And having Rudy and a couple RCs towards the left. Maybe even 1 defib on the left side for that shock blaster. We can't really do it on the doom cannon because the critter launcher is going to fire. And here there's a couple cannons on that side, so we can do 1 rifle in between, and 1 more on the left. So getting those 2 rifles out there, and 4 RCs. Here we'll just let them go for a bit. We're not going to shock that critter launcher, but maybe this one behind the ER. Just to stop the rifles from stalling a bit. We can get that shot going. And then now drop Rudy and a couple RCs. Get 1 defib here. And a turret on this side. Got a few rifles going left too, which is good. And start some defibs on that side. Maybe a shock on that critter launcher and doom cannon. And just watching Rudy, whenever he's at a good angle, you can do some bomb stuff. Maybe some more defibs, a couple turrets. And we can do another bomb stuff. Maybe not fully barring the shield, but getting some damage on it. And then 1 more bomb stuff. Flaring that ER. So again, not a super fast time, but 245. And in this case, it's gonna be fast enough. But either way, just doing the same kind of hits. I do like it because it may not be the fastest, but it's pretty consistent, I think. And here we got this base. We can see most buildings are gonna kite troops to the right side. So again, we'll take 4 RCs. And then do Rudy and 2 more RCs on this side. We can still do a few defibs there with 1 shock. So starting off with a couple rifles and 4 RCs. Gotta wait just a bit for a bunch of buildings to go down and the clones to start dying. Maybe we'll shock that critter launcher. We can do that now. And not too many clones died. We can wait a bit more. 1 turret for that doom cannon. And now start dropping Rudy and a few RCs. 1 turret over here. A few more clones died, so we can start defibbing. Throwing defib and then a bit late shock. Just so the hot pot goes up but doesn't start shooting. We'll get 1 bomb stuff on that ER. Maybe a turret here. And can start barding the shield. Waiting until the right 2 ERs go down and then we can flare the ERs. Can do that now. A bit early on this one, so we'll do 1 ARP. And then just start flaring. So around the same time, we'll get 247. See if that's good enough. And getting maybe closer to 245 times here looks like a win. Some good stars too. Now for next steps, again we're waiting until some more defense and maybe remote hack. But defib helping out make things a lot more easier and I think fun too. Just getting clones wherever you want them. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.